Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the high-grade Universal Century Hi-Nu Gundam. Now this is the second kit that I got from Japan on my recent trip to Japan, and I really enjoyed building this kit and I am amazed by it as well. Now usually you don't see me buy a lot of Gundam type high-grade Universal Centuries, because those who know me, I usually go for the mass production types or the non-Gundam types, but this kit did kind of get my attention because I was really curious on how the build was, so that's why I went for it. Now, those who might not know, or I don't know why, but still a lot of people are still confused on where this was seen, or when or where did it exist. Now, those who are pretty familiar with the series, the Gundam series, may know one of the famous called the Char's Counterattack, and there we would see a Sazabi and a new Gundam. However, this version is there's another version of the similar story, basically called the Beltorchica's Children. I hope I pronounced that properly, but basically it's a similar story, but with more, but a different version basically. There's some differences, but the ending is pretty much similar in a way. And at that version, Char would use the Nightingale and Armorel would use the Hi-Nu Gundam. So that's where it's seen, and I believe there's a manga and a novel. There's no anime for it. And also the new Hi-Nu Gundam has been seen in multiple areas and mostly in games as well, so yeah. I went for the high-grade Universal Century, and I am planning or thinking of getting the normal or original Master Grade version because of the color. Now, I posted on Facebook where I prefer this in blue, but a lot of people were telling me that the original color is purple. Now, I have some doubts about that, because if the original color is purple, why do we always see it in blue, even in the games? Even in SD Gundam Capsule Fighter Online, where the Verkov version didn't came out at that time. I'm assuming that purple color scheme kind of got its shine ever since the Verkov came out. I could be wrong on this, so don't criticize me for that. I'm not perfect as well. So anyway, let's get on to the review. Now first, what you get before that, as you can see, mine is on an action base. The reason for that is it's kind of back heavy, so I am having trouble trying to balance it, but it is technically possible to balance, but kind of tricky at the same time, so I'll be using an action base for a while. First, what you get, of course, is the Hi-Nu Gundam itself. You get, as you can see, you may think that you get 6 funnels. However, problem is you only get 2 functional funnels. What I mean by functional is that the funnels that you can actually pull out and actually convert them in their usual mode, like this. However, you only get 2 of these. The rest on the wings you see, well, you guys might ask is, hey, what are those then? Well, they're just a piece of plastic, like that. And yeah, don't get too disappointed because I have my own opinion on this, so don't call it a sucky kid right away, okay? Because I know everybody has their own taste, but I also have a certain opinion on this. So that's what you get. You get some extra polycaps left, not too many, like about 3 to 4 left, and then you get a sticker sheet, and surprisingly this kit did a very good job on its color separation. All that blue and white you see, they're all separate pieces. You get a sticker for a small part for the feet, a small part for the neck, if you even call that a neck, the eye part, which is usually a sticker, and the head cameras. Now there is a white V sticker for that, for this part on the crotch, or I'm not sure, or the front skirt armor. As you can see, I tried to color it and I'm still working on it. I kind of messed up in the process. Basically, I accidentally touched the painted part, so I had to erase it and I need to recolor it. I touched it before it got dry, so big stupid mistake, so I'm going to recolor that. But that's all the stickers you get. I will explain where the stickers all go. You get a decal sheet, and I currently use I think I use 2 of these, 3. One for the one for the shield, which you can see right here, and 2 for the shoulders. I'll explain where they go, or the ones I used. So let's get on to the review. Besides the shield, you get a shield connector. You get not many weapons, but you get a beam beam rifle, which I do prefer this design. However, the problem is that this being a high grade, you need to color this. This is not supposed to be entirely gray. I believe the top part has to be like white. Same goes for the bazooka. It only comes in gray, so you need to color the weapons. So you get a hyper bazooka and you get a trigger finger. You only get one. I wish they give you two, but basically you need to change the. If you're a bazooka person, you have to change this. You know, you have to swap them as well, and you get two beam sabers. However, the Hi-Nu Gundam originally has 3 beam sabers. Two goes onto the backpack and one is on this arm, but this being a high grade, they didn't put that gimmick in, and I don't mind because this is a high grade. You can't expect everything. Also, you only get 2 beam saber effects. However, these 2 beam saber effects goes on to 1 beam saber handle only, because I don't know why they did this. This kind of look, even in my standards, this looks really dangerous. But yeah, this is how the beam saber works for the Hi-Nu Gundam. And I really do like the blue effect. You don't really see this beam saber color that often. Okay, now let's get on to the articulations. Let's start with the head. Now, this kit is overall stiff, except for one part for me. The head now, as you can see, that green part there is a sticker, and on the back camera, well, okay, you don't really see it, but there's one under there. Kind of interesting design. The head also is very stiff. There's no polycap. There's not a polycap piece that goes into it. It's basically connected to a neck polycap joint that you usually see in high grades. Now the head is very stiff and there's not much movement on the head, which is kind of surprising. Now, I really do like this head design. Okay, it can go down that much and then up pretty much. And 360, I don't think it's possible because I don't know why, but it doesn't even want. The head can't even turn 90 degrees to the side. If I try to do that, this happens. Only a few angles move from this like that, and it gets tilted. So yeah, 360 not possible. So not much movement in terms of turning the head. This is as far as I go. I can technically force it, but I don't want to break anything. Also, okay, remember this sticker for the neck? If you can see, there's one sticker right over here, which is basically I believe it's a Lando Bell symbol, and I think I was supposed to put it a little bit in front, but yeah, that's where one sticker goes. Okay, now we saw the head. Now, because of this kit being back heavy, the body has some problems. Well, not in itself, but the connection. Time to time it will be tilted backwards. As you can see the connection there. Now this is connected to a ball jointed, well, it's a plastic ball jointed connection. So there's a polycap on the upper body, but the connection on the waist is basically a plastic ball jointed looking piece. Okay, once again, all these blue and white are all color separated parts, no stickers at all. So let's get on to the arm articulation. The arm articulation is pretty very well articulated as well. The main arm is connected to a ball joint, I believe. Am I right? No, my bad. No, the main arm is connected to a peg like this, and this peg allows you to move. Okay, doesn't go forward and backward. Well, it moves a little bit forward and back, but it's mainly for up and down, and very stiff. You can see it can go forward and backward. So if you put on the arm, now I always keep forgetting if they're ball joints because of the shoulder design. It can go only forward and backward a little bit, outward 90 degrees. So no problem at all. And let's see. I can't say this is a double jointed arm because of the design. Even though if it was double jointed, it would still have some limitations. So about not exactly 90, but a little bit more than 90 degrees bend, and then 360 is no problem at all. Hand is a normal ball jointed hand, and it has your typical 360 twist. Also, each arm build was kind of different, as you can see. Okay, basically the connection was kind of different because each arm has their own slot or weapon. This one is for a beam saber, and this one is basically a Vulcan arm. So just letting you guys know. Also, because of that, you only have one hole on the left arm, so you can only attach the shield on the left. As you can see, there's a hole, and you connect the shield connector to that arm. I will show you guys later. Okay, the body. Okay, the body can go forward. Okay, not saying that shit. Okay, forward and backward. However, because of being back heavy, you might see this situation more often, where you can see the joint. Let's look at the backpack before I go on. The backpack will basically, okay, it may not be perfect, but I really like it because they pulled off all the stuff they can do. This part actually moves a bit up and down, and then these, I forgot what they're called. These are supposed to be like fuel canisters. They are connected to a ball joint. Basically, they have their own plastic ball joint, and there's a polycap inside the backpack. So you connect them there, and they move pretty well, and they don't really fall off that easily. You would think that they would fall off pretty easily, but they don't. And the wings, or I'm not sure if you can call these wings, but the funnel holders, they can move about well, not exactly fully 90 degrees, but they have enough movement. I think they can move about 70 degrees. Left and right, so you can either fold them or you can like open them up fully. But because of those fuel canisters, you might want to like, you know, open them up. Okay, we look at the body. Now let's look at the waist. Now up until this point, no new stickers except for on the front skirt armor. This part is supposed to be, there's supposed to be a white sticker. Front skirt, nothing too special. You can fold it up or open it up. Side skirts don't go that much. They can only move that much. So because of that, there's not much movement to the outside. Also, there's no side swivels considering its age. It's understandable, but because of that, you can still go 90 degrees up front, and then double jointed bend, I assume, but not 180, but still goes plenty enough. Now, the only sticker that I didn't mention are these stickers on the feet. Well, I don't know why these were kind of necessary, but these silver stickers that goes on the toe part, yeah, those are the last stickers that you need to use. And the feet are nothing too special, just your typical ball jointed feet. Okay, now let's get on to its equipment and weapons. Now, the only decals I forgot to mention are the ones on the shoulder, the 01 and the Amuro Ray's like white unicorn symbol decal. Okay, now let's look at the equipment. As mentioned, I think I'll go with the easy ones first. The shield, nothing too special. These white and blue all color separation, this is very well done. This is one overwhelming kit. I mean, this is one amazing kit. Of course, because of what I just explained, each arm is kind of different, so you can only attach the shield to this arm only. And because of how it's connected to a joint, or like, not a joint, but a peg, so you can spin the shield if you want to. Okay, there we go. The beam saber, they can hold it pretty well. All you need to do is just take this part off and then plug it in and then reconnect the blue part as well. So it can hold the beam saber no problem at all, and it won't fall off that easily. I'll take it off. I think I'll show you guys how the balance works. So anyway, the beam saber doesn't fall off. Now, technically it can stand, well, not all the time, but if you balance it properly, you can make it stand on its own like that. However, the balance is gonna look kind of awkward because it's back heavy and it looks kind of weird. So I'm gonna put mine on the action base for the review as well. Okay, we saw the beam saber. I'll take it out now. The way how they store the beam saber is how they work. You open this part up. Which way was it? Okay, you open this up and it reveals a beam saber. I think they're supposed to be clipped on here, so that's what I did. So yeah, they are stored pretty well on each side only. There's no beam saber on the left arm. Just letting you guys know. The only things that's left are the funnels and the weapons. So I'll go with the bazooka first. It can hold the bazooka pretty well, I mean very well actually, because the fact that the handle itself can also move. It has its own joints. Of course, because of those wings, you holding the bazooka might be tricky time to time, but it's pretty manageable as well. So you can hold it pretty well, no problem at all in terms of posing, or even like having a shooting pose as well. Oops, my bad. And yeah, anyway, I kind of loosened that up for the beam rifle as well. And also the arm, the trigger finger also has a hole in it and the weapon handles have a peg, even the bazooka, so it has a firm connection. I find this a really important aspect in modern kits, because I don't want having one important thing I think is or consider is holding its weapon. It should be able to hold its weapon properly. Now that's it. That's pretty much it. The beam rifle, you can hold it pretty well. Also, okay, sorry, I'm back. The time limit was off. Anyway, one I would like to mention that even though I am using an action base, this kit does not come with an action base, so I'm letting you guys know, so don't get the wrong idea. Okay, we saw the beam rifle, nothing too special, it can hold it pretty well. Now for the funnels. Now here is where a lot of people criticize or think or give like points, decrease the points of this kit. And okay, I can understand that at a certain point, at a certain point of view, but at the same time, it's not that serious. As I mentioned, only the top two funnels are functional. They can be folded up, and if you want to, you can open them up like this. So you get two of these, which is fine. However, I hear, or I've recently heard some heard some people that they don't like this kit, or they find this kit a little bit lacking because of these. The other two funnels on each wings they're not functional. They're just two pieces snapped together with extra blue parts. So they wanted to have 6 functional funnels, but they got these. So, and my opinion is that I don't really mind, to be honest. Sometimes having too much like unnecessary functions or gimmicks could actually bring side effects. The fact that they're like this, they have a firm connection. Well, as the way how these connect is that, hey, where did it go actually? The way how these connect is that they have these pegs coming out here, and they connect it to a polycab hole, and this is not exactly round, this is like a cross piece, so they just connect here, it has a pretty good connection. Even the non-functional ones have a pretty good connection. However, I imagine if they use 6 of these, the connection on the bottom ones might get loose, or they might fall off pretty easily, in my own opinion. And also, another fact that a lot of people don't prefer this kit is that it doesn't come with any effects, so it can actually hold these funnels or like display them. Now, I can understand that part because the funnels are one of its main gimmicks. However, we can't expect to have a master grade aspect on a high grade kit, so sometimes you need to lower your standards to feel satisfied. The more higher your expectations or like standards are, you're gonna have a hard time finding something satisfying. So letting you guys know, that's my own opinion, so don't bash me on like saying, oh, you're shit or something, okay? I don't really mind having only 2 functional ones. I'm pretty satisfied with the kit. The build was pretty interesting and fun actually. I really enjoyed the build, and I'm really amazed on how they did the color separation. Anyway, yeah, that was basically it. And for the Hi-Nu, you can't store the bazooka or the beam rifle. Anyway, this was the review for the high-grade Universal Century Hi-Nu Gundam. Now, the build was very fun, and it takes a longer time than you think, and it's pretty bigger than than your normal high-grade. Now, this is the height. This is like right next to Genoese, and you can see it's kind of higher than a Genoese. And yeah, it's pretty big. It has a pretty good build, interesting build, and firm connection on everywhere, except for the hip, I guess. Because of being a back heavy, I can understand it. But I would recommend a action base for more poses and for more stable stands. Anyway, thank you for watching the review for the High Grade Universal Century Hi-Nu Gundam review. I recommend this kit for anybody out there. Any Federation fans or any Gundam fans, Admiral fans, anybody. This is a kit that it's worth getting and building. Sure, they might not give you 6 funnels like the, I don't know, I heard the Universal Century, High Grade Universal Century New Gundam gives you 6 functional funnels, but I don't really mind. I don't really care about that. And yeah, this is one good high grade kit to have in your collection. Actually, thanks to this, I might actually go for the HGUC New Gundam because I actually got curious now. Anyway, this was the review. If you enjoyed the review or found it informative, please like my videos and also subscribe to my channel. I still have more kits to buy and build, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time!